Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig through corporate filings so you don't have to. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of Admiral Financial Corp's 10Q report. And by exciting, I mean, well, stick around and you'll see just how thrilling it is. This report is like a company's homework assignment for the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission, basically, the government's watchdog for businesses. It tells us what Admiral Financial has been up to for the 3 months that ended in December of last year. Spoiler alert, not a whole lot, but let's take a look anyway. First things first, this is a Form 10Q. That just means it's a quarterly report, filed every 3 months. Think of it as a progress report card for the company.
This report covers the period ending December 31, 2024, letting us know it's pretty recent.
The commission file number. This is like a social security number for the company for government purposes. The company we're talking about today is Admiral Financial Corp. That's their official name. Admiral is based in Florida. Their address is 7101 Southwest 67th Avenue, South Miami, Florida 33143, just in case you wanted to send them a postcard. Their phone number is 305-904-4400 if you have any questions for them. Yes. They've filed all the required reports in the last year, so that's a good sign. They are following the rules. They've also submitted their interactive data files electronically, which is how they provide financial information to the SEC in a digital format. Admiral is considered a non-accelerated filer and a smaller reporting company. That just means they're not one of the big guys. Yes, they are a shell company. This is important and basically means they don't really do anything and are hoping to merge with another company. They have about 10.9 million shares of common stock outstanding. Now, let's get into the numbers. This is their balance sheet, which is like a snapshot of what they own and what they owe. Their total assets, which is what the company owns, is $0. Their liabilities, what the company owes, is $24,000. The company is essentially broke, so they owe more than what they own. Moving on to the income statement, which shows how much money they made or lost. For the last 3 months of last year, they didn't make any money and had no expenses. The net loss for the company was $0 for the last 3 months of last year and $0 for the 6 months of last year. It's like they were frozen in time, financially speaking. The statement of stockholders' equity. This shows how much money the owners have in the company. For the 6 months of last year, the owners have about negative $24,000 in equity. It's not looking good, folks. It is basically still broke.
The statement of cash flows. This shows how the company got or spent their cash. For the 6 months of last year, their cash flow was 0. They didn't gain or lose any cash.
The basis of accounting. Management thinks the financial statements are fair, but honestly, with all the zeros, it's not impressive.
Additional financial information basically says that the net assets and loss of Haven Federal Savings and Loan Association, their operating subsidiary, are shown in the aggregate. This is important because it shows that the company is not doing well.
Management's discussion and analysis. This is where the company explains what's going on. Admiral is basically inactive. They're trying to find another company to merge with or buy. They want to recapitalize, which means get new funding. It will help them do new stuff and even start entirely different businesses.
Legal proceedings. They haven't been involved in any new lawsuits, which is good. During the last quarter of last year, there were no changes of their trading arrangements.
This is the list of exhibits, basically extra documents.
The report is signed by W.M. Lee Popham, the President and Principal Accounting Officer. Now, let's step back and take a look at the big picture. Admiral Financial Corp is, to put it mildly, struggling. They're a shell company with no real operations, hoping for a merger or acquisition to revive them. Their financial statements are essentially blank, showing no income, expenses, or cash flow. The fact that they're a shell company means they're a risky investment. It's like betting on a horse race, where the horse hasn't even left the stable. There's a chance they could turn things around, but there's also a good chance they could simply disappear. So, what's the verdict? I'd say I'm leaning bearish. The company is struggling and needs to be revived before I can consider it a safe investment. I'm avoiding this one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a comment below. What do you think about shell companies? Are they a good investment or a recipe for disaster? Let me know your thoughts.